Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot Tube. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Thursday, August 1st, 2024. Before I get farther into the video, I want to let you know that here in Northern Maine, I'm having some internet issues. I hope it's indicative of something happening, but if it's not, I'm going to continue on and we'll see if I can get this video out to you tonight. So instead of at a later date because of internet outages. Now, last week, the Summer Olympics, which are being held in Paris this year, opened, and the opening ceremony caused a lot of chatter. I had numerous requests to do a read about it. I didn't want to give that ceremony any additional energy. It was obviously designed to get people upset, to harvest outrage if they couldn't harvest more preferred emotions from us. And it was so blatantly dark that I'm seeing run-of-the-mill people that aren't interested in religious significance and what have you just said this was too much. Where's the pageantry? Where was the elation, the pride, getting a chance to be shown for the athletes and their countries? And no, it was just a travesty, not majesty. So, but I saw this morning that days after, what is still being talked about is the power outage in Paris. And on an alt media discussion site that I look at, they were still talking about it and saying, was it the white hats? Was it divine? Well, I did a little digging to see if I could find out and answer that for my own satisfaction and thought, it'd make a great tarot read. So let me show you a couple things I looked at in the course of trying to find more information, and then we'll just ask the universe to give us some insights and let us know what really started that power outage, okay, or caused the lighting anomaly that we saw during the outage. Okay, one second while I take you to a compilation. If it interests you, click on the Facebook link that'll be in the video description box. If not, I'll mention where I found these items so you can just pop over there on your own if you want to. Okay, here is Paris during the blackout last Saturday night. And in the distance, you can see that there is a beautiful structure that is lit up. Okay, it is Sacre Coeur. It's a basilica, and it is open apparently day and night. And I'd like to read this. This is from their site. The Basilica of the Sacre Coeur of Montmartre is the shrine of perpetual adoration and divine mercy dedicated to Jesus' Sacred Heart. The exact opposite of what was being celebrated in that opening ceremony. Okay, now you can look at that yourself. That is their official site for the basilica. And then on Breitbart.com, they had a little information about the outage itself, that the power outage was called a technical anomaly. And nobody has come forward from the basilica and said that the lighting was because of generators or their power remained intact. We don't know. I couldn't find anything. They didn't disavow having internal power sources or external help. They're just letting the mystery kind of remain, I think. But there were some events during I'm trying to find the right word and not trigger words for YouTube. There was some power outages in the subway and transportation system that was due to human shenanigans. That is not in question. What is the overall power outage? What caused that? Again, all we know is technical anomalies. So there were some interesting comments from Anons. I included them over there. It's kind of you don't mess with the divine. And I thought those were good. I included a couple of comments there. They're from Anons that were discussing the event. And let's just ask the cards. Last weekend, when there was a power outage in Paris that has been attributed to technical anomalies, was that the fact that the cathedral remained lit? Was that we'd like insights and information because I don't want to just narrow it down to divine intervention, white hat action. So it could just simply have been that they had groundskeepers there on the job, what have you. We'd like to know a little more about, was there some messaging or significance to the fact that the basilica kept their power when the rest of Paris was darkened? Let's change the camera. You can watch me work with the cards. We'll see what they have to tell us. Okay, so just insights and information, please, about the fact that that basilica remained lit on the hilltop above Paris during the outage. Are there insights and information that can be shared with us? Our first card is the 9 of Pentacles, and then the 5 of Cups. Then we have the 9, another 9 of Swords. We have the Chariot, Page of Swords, Temperance, and Ace of Cups. Now, we didn't have a yes or no element to this read, so the Ace of Cups is not giving a significance of yes. It has other meaning for insights and information. Okay, let's talk about these cards and what they're telling us. So the situation for the power outage and how the basilica retained its power during that outage and was able to be so beautifully lit up is indicated with the 9 of Pentacles. That is a card that often talks about stability, which is kind of neat because their power remained stable and on, didn't flicker. And it is a card about right time, right place, especially when working with another 9, which is the 9 of Swords, which was our past card. Now, when the Swords card can kind of talk about conflict-driven environment, and certainly there was a level of conflict and contrariness with the pushback about that opening ceremony that was going on. So I see this as deliberate. Stability was, they were sending a message. There's a quote that's in my compilation that says, "Only a fool believes messages are only in words." So they were sending a very clear message, okay? And yeah, I'm not saying that it was divine in nature, but we do have a couple of cards here that I usually attribute more to white hats. So I think the white hats might have had something to do with it. That's what I'm leaning towards. We'll get a couple more cards when I'm done and see if there's further information that's out there about what the sourcing was of it. Was it divine, or was it white hats, or was it just simply chance? I'm not thinking it's chance because we have cards that talk about right timing that are showing up in this move. Now, the situation currently, we went from conflict-driven and drama with that opening ceremony, which caused them to say, hey, you know, we're gonna have, we're gonna send a message, a visual message, boom, and they did it. And was it received? Yeah, the power outage was not long-term in nature, but it's no, it was not an accident that the basilica remained lit, and it was sending a message. Now, the Chariot often shows up when there is, this is a card that talks about, again, making a move, right time, right place, moving forward. It's a victory card, and it is often a white hat card for me. So we got some victory here. It was a successful operation. It was some messaging, and maybe in some cases it was a message to people's collective consciousness. But again, those little messages are getting through and being absorbed by the collective consciousness of humans on this planet. This is a good thing. Let's look at what they're telling us in the near future. The Temperance card is a card that tells us this is our strongest insight card. And this is a card that the potential for contentment is closer than you think. That there's some teamwork going on. Have some realistic expectations about what you want to see, but it's bracketing or in alignment with the Page of Swords here, which is our near future card. And that is a card that talks about truth. Sometimes a little blunt, but truth. And the Ace of Cups. beautiful card to be on either side of that truth card of the Page of Swords, because the Ace of Cups is talking about love and fulfillment and contentment. So obviously moving forward, we're going to get to where displays like they did with the opening ceremony of the Olympics are a thing of the past and not a bright, shining, and prideful one either. Let's get two more cards and see if there's a few more insights about the situation. We have the Moon card, and it is right side by side with the Four of Wands. So we've got some victory indicated here with the Chariot and the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, all success, success, and just an advisory. Again, we've seen that. We've seen those mealy-mouthed apologies from the Olympic committee, as they've lost, last I heard, 9 big sponsors after that opening ceremony. And they're saying, oh, well, we meant to be artistic. We didn't mean to offend. Yeah, they meant to offend. They were trying to be outrageous, and they achieved their objective. The Four of Wands shows up kind of future information. The White Hats are feeling really good about the message that was sent, the messaging that was done. And again, I'm seeing their involvement is with that power anomaly, not the transportation hiccups. Those were not something that I think the White Hats would engage in. So yeah, moving forward, we've got some things saying, you know, things in the future going to be more beautiful. There's going to be, yeah, we're going to have a lot more opportunity to have creativity, be truly creative, and not paying homage to evil. And I like that. In the meantime, know that the lies will continue as they try to explain away some of their behaviors. Those aren't going to stop, but we're going to move past that and just get to that better place that's indicated for the near future. Despite that, nothing can stop what is coming. Let's recap. Saturday night, there was a power outage in Paris, and there was a basilica that remained lit throughout the power outage, which has been attributed to technical anomalies, not sabotage or human interference or anything like that, like some of the other issues that happened in Paris following that opening ceremony. So there's still chatter on alt media sites of people saying, was it White Hats? Or was it simply divine? Or was it chance? And I thought, hey, that makes a great question for the universe. So we asked for some insights and information about how and why the basilica remained lit. And it was kind of interesting. We had 2 9s that showed up, one for the situation, one for the recent past. This one is a drama conflict environment. And that was definitely what was engendered by the opening ceremony. Lots of drama and conflict and consternation and people saying, I see the travesty, where's the majesty? The situation then was indicated by the 9 of Pentacles. Now, when you have more than one 9 in a reading, it talks about right time, right place. They were able to do this without a whole lot of expenditure of manpower and time to make this happen. And so I do see that this was a white hat type of operation that was playing out. And again, there was a beautiful comment on the discussion boards that said, only a fool believes messages are only in words. So this was a message, okay? It wasn't a scary one. It was a, you know, just a beautiful one. You know, that the darkness isn't going to overpower the light, okay? When there's a dark room and you take a light into it, the light doesn't eat up. The light shines the dark and pushes it back. The dark doesn't push the light out of the light. And that was kind of what was shown here. So again, some of the cards that said white hat action, we had the Chariot, which is a victory card showing up for the current situation. They felt like it was a operation that went well. Like I said, not a huge expenditure of planning, man time, hours, and things like that. The near future cards indicated some truth is on the way, because swords are words and actions, words written and spoken. And Ace of Cups was on the other side of it. So that's a card of success and good feelings. The Temperance card, major arcana, saying, you know, we're gonna have an opportunity for contentment, for, again, what I was seeing overall is displays like that opening ceremony, which were not the artistic, event that they claim to be. Those are going to become a thing of the past. Now, they're still going to hang on to their lives and say, oh, it was art. It was art. It was art. That's all we were doing, was trying to be artistic and creative. No, they were deliberately being disrespectful, and it was deliberate. And people see through that. And moving forward, that kind of behavior is just going to become a thing of the past. We may not like every artistic expression that's out there, and that's fine, but they're not going to be such deliberately dark ones. And that'll be nice to see. I'd rather just see an art form that I say, hey, not my cup of tea, than, whoa, what are they trying to offend me with? And hey, I don't believe in being easily offended. So it's a useless emotion. So that's what the card said, that it was white hat action, and it was a success. So, message received. Until next time, if you're willing to receive it, I send you love, light, and I wish for you everything bright. Bye.